Hello and welcome to the Blazers Sports Report. Today we have the Valdosta State Blazers taking on the North Alabama Lions in Gulf South Conference matchup. Today marks the second to last home game of the regular season for the Valdosta State Blazers men's basketball team. The Blazers look to remain undefeated at home as they welcome the University of North Alabama Lions to the complex. These two teams met back in January and it was a thriller with the final score of 101-99. The Blazers came out on top after a hard-fought game. Sophomore guard Clay Giozzi led the Blazers in scoring with 24 points. The Blazers also received help in the scoring column from junior guard Bo Justice and senior forward Jimmy Codet, who each scored 17 points that evening. The Blazers will need another strong performance from this trio in today's game. In January's matchup, junior guard Kendarius Smith led the Lions in scoring with 24 points. Junior forward Kendall Stanford was not far behind as he scored 22 points that evening. The Blazers will need to watch out for this duo in today's matchup. The Blazers will clinch #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference Tournament with the win today. The Lions can secure an invitation to the conference tournament if they come out on top today. The complex will be rocking this afternoon as the Blazers face the Lions. Don't touch that remote. This Gulf South Conference matchup is coming up next on VSU TV.
Patty, let me be honest with you. Won't filing for Social Security benefits online be confusing?
George, it's simple and easy, and you can do it in your pajamas from the comfort of your own home.
Oh, my.
You've navigated through asteroid belts, right?
Oh, sure, plenty of times.
Well, compared to that, navigating socialsecurity.gov is a snap.
Really?
It's so easy. Even Kirk could do it.
And we're live. This should be a good one. Broderick, are you ready for this game?
I think I am ready for this game, as a matter of fact. North Alabama looks to be ready for this game, too.
Should be an exciting game right here in the complex. We're just having no leading. This should be an exciting game here in the complex. Both teams are ready to get this tip-off started. The fans are ready. They're pumped. 17-game winning streak is on the line here today for the Blazers. They should be able to come out on top, and we can make it to 18 games on the season with just 2 games left in the season, both here at the complex. And we're live right now. Blazers will get the ball off to start with the ball game first. Up with the ball first is Winston Morgan. Swings it to his right to Giozzi. Giozzi swings it to Justice, pulls up for the 3. It's no good, but Buckets gets the rebound, and it's going to be Alabama ball.
That was a good rebound by Jimmy Kodak, but unfortunately couldn't get it back in the rim. Leading second in the team in rebounds.
Smith kicks it back to Tolliver. Tolliver doesn't move, swings it back out, and it's going to be a foul on the Blazers.
Foul on who was that? Bo Justice, I believe.
It looks like the refs are going to be calling this a close game. I don't think they're going to let them play today. What do you think, Broderick?
I think dealing with the last game, the fact that it was an overtime victory for the Blazers, it's still going to be a hard fight. They have to redeem themselves, North Alabama Lions.
Here's Kendarius Smith, passes it up top to Kendall Stafford for the 3, and it's good. Kendall Stafford
drains the 3 as North Alabama Lions leading scorer.
Here's Giozzi, swings it to Kodet. Morgan on the left side, back to Kodet. He does a pump fake, pulls up for 3, and it's no good. Rebounded by Tolliver. Tolliver coming down the left side. They had numbers. Tolliver steps back, pulls up, and it's good.
North Alabama starting off with a hot lead right now.
Yes, sir. They're going. These transitions look like it's kind of too much for the Blazers at the moment, but the slow start can turn into a fast one at any point in this game. Here's Justice. Down on to James. James swings it. Giozzi with the ball. Giozzi back to Winston, who pulls up for 3. Ooh. And it's no good, and he's fouled on the play, and he might have been fouled behind that 3-point line.
He most definitely was, Avery. That's 3 shots.
So Winston Morgan is heading to the free throw line. The first Blazer to head to the free throw line in this game. Hopefully he can get the Blazers onto the board at the free throw line. And kind of a slow start.
In the last matchup between these two, Clay Giozzi had a great outing with 24 points. Do you think he can have the same effect in this game?
I believe so. If they can just get screens If they can get screens for Morgan, he'll be able to line up because he's deadly from the three-point line. If they get him to shoot the three, he will be deadly. Because once he's on fire.
Avery, what's some keys do you think that the Blazers need to keep this winning streak alive?
I think to keep this winning streak alive, the Blazers, they can't get too complacent on defense. Some of these games in the complex, their defense, when they get big leads, they start to play lackadaisical out there, but they can't do that. They just need to play their game, very up-tempo offense, and play good Blazers basketball for them to come out on top. What about you, Broderick? What do you think are some keys for this team?
I think some keys for this game is to be consistent. Like you said, they just got to keep the flow going and get the ball down low in the paint.
And here comes Smith, who does a nice little Euro step.
And it is in.
Gets the nice bucket.
That was a wonderful move.
Yes, it was. Here comes Justice, and he gets the ball swatted. North Alabama is playing great defense right now.
They really are.
But still going to be Blazers ball. 7-2, North Alabama leads. KJ James, the top of the key. Guarded by Smith. James kicks it back out to Giozzi, and yes, sir, Clay Giozzi with the first three of the game for the Blazers. 7-5, North Alabama is up by 2.
And like I said, Clay Giozzi, he needs to have a great game like he did last time against his team. Hopefully he could do the same with the same effort.
Most definitely. There goes Hodge. Swings it down low to McGee, and he gets the nice bucket.
I'll tell you one thing, Avery. North Alabama has come to make Valdosta work.
Yes, they have. They made them work the last time these two teams played together. So it's going to be a very hard-fought game all the way to the end in both halves.
North Alabama being 509-9 in the Gulf South Conference. They need this win, Avery. They need this win to have a great spot in the GSC playoff tournament.
They really do. But for the Blazers, you don't want to mess up your chances right now. You've been piling up wins all season, and the last 2 games are here at home, so these are must-win games. Nothing like to get a home playoff game throughout the get one playoff game at home here in the playoffs. The fans, everyone knows the complex is very deadly, and it's hard to win in here against tough Blazer teams for both men and women. It's a missed shot right there.
Rebound by KJ James, leading the Valdosta State Blazers in rebounds.
Justice pulls up for 3, and yes, sir. And with that, the Blazers take the lead. Bo Justice for 3.
Score 10-9 with 16 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Here's
North
Smith.
Alabama with the ball.
Here's Smith on the left side. Swings it down low to Stafford, and he loses control of the ball. And what a great swat there by Kodet.
That is a block, Avery.
That was a man's block.
I think he looked at him and told him, get it out of here.
Nope.
It's his house.
Exactly. Not today and not in our house. Still going to be North Alabama ball. 10-9, the Blazers are up by 1. Hodge looking for someone to throw the ball into. Swings it to Tolliver, guarded by Giozzi.
Tight defense by Giozzi.
Swings it back up to McGee. Swings it to the left to Hodge. Hodge pulls up for the 3, and it's no good. Good rebound right there by Kodet. Here comes Justice. Nice little pump fake, and he has it stripped away by Smith, and it's going to be a foul right there.
That is
I
a foul.
believe it's going to be on KJ James. And yes, it will be on KJ James. Tried to get the ball back. But it's going to be North Alabama ball.
Avery, the Blazers have had some key threes in this game that really started their production. Do you think they can keep this hot lead?
I think they can keep this hot lead. They just need to get their men, go off some screens, go around the screens, and be able to find the open man. The key thing is just teamwork and ball movement. With that, that's what the Blazers have done all season long, and that's what's helping to get this 17-game winning streak. But it looks like it's going to be another foul, and it's going to be a timeout.
I don't think the crowd's agreeing with what just happened right here on the court, Avery.
They are not. Do you want to develop great communication and leadership skills? Valdosta Toastmakers Club is for you. They meet on Tuesdays at noon. Meetings take place in the Ambling Property Investments Training Room, 348 Enterprise Drive. All are invited to attend. So what do you think has been the big reason for the hot start for the Lions, Broderick?
Well, like I said before, Avery, the Lions have something to prove in this game. They came out with a with shortcomings in the last meeting with the Blazers at North Alabama. They come into Valdosta looking for that W. And like I said, they're 9-9 in conference games. They need this win. They need this win to take it to the conference playoffs.
They really do. And if you're Valdosta, like I said earlier, you just need to keep piling on wins. You can't get too complacent. Just keep playing your brand of basketball, and you'll come out there with a W.
Valdosta, they look to keep this home streak alive. They need it. They need to keep the crowd amped.
Yep, keeping the crowd amped, and you can do that by getting open for threes because this team at home is shooting really well from the three-point line. Just get off some screens to get Giozzi and Jimmy Buckets open looks. It'll get the crowd really pumped. It can help them a lot on defense.
5-3.
And we are back to action out of the timeout.
North Alabama takes the ball in. Here's Kendarius Smith, pulls up for the three, misses it, and McGee gets the rebound, and McGee gets the easy bucket right there.
That rebound was too easy, Avery.
It was way too easy. If you're down there in the low post, like KJ James, you got to D up on him down there. Here's Morgan, swings it to Justice, top of the key. Justice down low to James. James guarded by Stafford.
James is out here by that three-point line. He likes the three-point. He shoots it very well, Avery.
And Winston misses the three, and that was a great hustle play there by KJ James to make it knocked out on number 24, Kendall Stafford, and it's still going to be the Blazers ball. And coming into the game for the Lions is number 10, Adrian Smith, coming in for Tolliver. Still Blazers ball. Morgan. Up top to Kodak, back to Morgan. He's guarded by Smith.
Setting up the offense.
Here's KJ James, swings it to Kodak. Kodak, back to Morgan, pump fakes. He swings it back to Kodak. To Justice, off the screen. Justice swings back to Kodak. Kodak pulls up for the three, and he misses. It's rebounded by Smith. Smith coming down on the left-hand side, coming down pretty fast. Licks finds the open man in Jeff Hodge, and Hodge misses the three. Good rebound there by Morgan. Morgan's pushing the tempo, swings to Justice. Justice pulls up for the three, and it just rims in and out.
They're playing very fast-paced basketball right now, Avery.
Yes, very fast-paced indeed. Both teams are, great block right there by KJ James, but I still think it's going to be a foul right there.
I don't think the foul is on KJ James, or is it? It's on Clay Giozzi.
And we have it's going to be Adrian Smith to the line. And coming into the game for the Blazers, we have Greg Zupas, and for the Lions, we have Tolliver coming back into the game.
Avery Tolliver was out the game for just like 20 seconds. Why do you think he came back?
I think he came back probably because of his hustle and his determination on defense, which has helped this Alabama team get out to this lead. Morgan pulls up for the three, misses. It's a nice little hustle play there by both sides of the ball, and McGee and James both tumble over here towards the sidelines. Hopefully they're both okay, and it looks like they are okay. It's still going to be Lions ball.
That was a hard collision over here by the booth, Avery.
It was.
I don't know about you. I was a little scared.
I was a little scared too, but luckily the players are okay, and more importantly, we're okay. So we're able to still broadcast this game.
Oh, well, looks like they broke something. But we're getting back to the action.
Still 14:40 left in the first half. And the
Score
Lions
is
are up 13-10. Still
Pausing
waiting
the
to
action. Brief technical difficulties.
Just trying to make sure this table is fixed. Here's Tolliver, top of the key. He's guarded by Shiflett. There's Hodge. Swings it over to the right to Smith.
Sounds like the crowd's getting involved, Avery.
Yes, sir. The crowd is one of the most important factors in this game. As you can see, the crowd is also kind of like the sixth man out there, wouldn't you say, Broderick?
I would say so myself.
Smith swings it out to Hodge, pulls up for the three, and misses and a great hustle right there by Tolliver. Tolliver has the ball back at the top of the key, trying to set up the offense. Tolliver swings to the Hodge, swings to the Stafford, to Smith. Smith back to Tolliver, over there for Hodge, who does the pump fake, goes in the lane. Nice find there to Stafford, and that's just great ball movement on offense right now by Alabama.
Nice bucket. That was a nice bucket, Avery. That was very hard work. There was a lot of effort put in that basket.
Here's Shiflett. Swings it over, and it's going to be a steal there by Stafford. Shiflett gets it, And there's James. Swings it over to Morgan in the corner. Gets a man off his feet to Justice. He takes it in the lane. Nice little hop step, and there's Bo Justice.
With the finger roll in the goal.
And one thing I can say about Bo Justice, Broderick, is once he gets one, but he only just needs one bucket to get himself going. Swings it at the top to McGee. Back to Hodge. Hodge takes it down the court. Swings it back out to Smith. Smith pump fakes. He's jab stepping. Over there to Hodge on the right side. Hodge kicks down to Smith. And it looks like it's going to be a foul. I think
An offensive foul.
I think it's going to be on McGee. And coming into the game for the Blazers is going to be Justin McBride. And it also looks like Darius Smith is coming back in.
Tyler Johnson is also checked into the game.
And also Tyler Johnson is checking into the game for the Blazers. Looks like the Blazers are going out here with like a very tall defense. Really, everyone's tall out there. Very good defensively. Get them hands out there. Here's Tolliver. Coming down the court. On the right side, on the right wing. Screen by McGee. Tolliver pump fakes. Smith, jab steps, does a crossover, goes down the lane. And that's great defense there by the Blazers. And they're running. They have numbers. It's even. Johnson swings it over to Shiflett for the three. Bang!
Wide open, Avery. That was an easy bucket.
Easy
he had
bucket.
no choice but to make that one.
Yes, if they keep leaving Shiflett wide open like that, he'll make you pay all day long. There goes Smith to answer with the three, and he doesn't get the answer. Here goes Justice. He takes it in. He's going to go, and it's a nice block there by Adrian Smith. It's still going to be Blazers ball, though. It's still tied up 15-15. And coming into the game is going to be number 3, Jeff Hodge. Coming in for number 22, Tolliver. Justice looking to take the ball out. Top of the key is Zupas. He's guarded by Smith. Zupas to Johnson. Screen by Zupas. Zupas the open man for Shiflett. Open for another three.
Another three.
And that's his second three of the game today.
Back to back, Avery.
You think this is the time for Shiflett to catch fire with 2 threes?
Listen, if he keeps shooting like this, he's going to stay in the game for a long time.
A long time. There's Jeff Hodge. He misses, and that's a good – the Blazers just don't have an answer right now for McGee.
He put that basket right. He put that ball right back in the basket over 3 Blazer players.
And that's like his 3rd putback of the night. Here's Shiflett. Has it to Justice. Shiflett for another 3. And it goes in and out.
Did not get the roll.
Here comes Kendarius Smith going down the lane. And an easy bucket right there for Kendarius Smith. Here's Tyler Johnson. Gives it back to Bo Justice. On the right to Shiflett. Nice D by Smith. He's staying with him. There goes Shiflett, putting on the moves, putting on the juke moves out there. And there goes McBride, and he has his first bucket of the game.
With the easy bucket.
They just need to give the ball inside to Justin McBride. And he can have easy buckets all day. And pulling up for the 3, it's no good.
Eventually they have to get off the perimeter, Avery, and they have to put the ball more in the pace.
They do,
more in the paint.
But with the length out there that V-State has, it won't be easy for them. It won't be easy for the Lions.
The foul starts at number 0, Tyler Johnson at first. That's foul number 5.
And we have a timeout.
BSU's Campus Activities Board will be showing Annabelle Creation for Thriller Movie Tuesday, February 20th at 7:30 p.m. in the Bailey Science Center. Bring your friends, but come at your own risk.
Now, Broderick, this taller lineup that the Blazers are going with has been playing very well and has gone to a faster start. Do you think they can keep this up for the rest of the first half?
Well, Avery, in the last game, Greg Zupas, coming off the bench, had 9 rebounds. I don't believe we had Justin McBride on the team as well, so he's going to come in as a factor, being that he's 6'11", That's a big impact on a post defense and a post offense right there.
Yes, sir. And I think that's one of the reasons why North Alabama really hasn't gone into the lane, hasn't really gotten into the paint yet because the length of Justin McBride and Greg Zupas and KJ James. I think it's just too much. And North Alabama's taking a lot of threes, which can work out in the Blazers' favor if North Alabama keeps missing these threes. But right now, it's going to be at the free throw line, and it looks like it's going to be Kendall Stafford here for North Alabama at the free throw line.
North Alabama Lions right now 2-2 at the free throw line. See if they can continue the success.
Now they're 2 for 3 at the free throw line.
2-3.
Still 20-19, the Blazers lead. 10:39 remaining in the first half. And Kendall Stafford surprisingly misses both free throws right there on the play, Broderick.
Making the team 50% right now.
Here's Johnson.
2 for 4.
And he throws an air pass. I don't know who he was throwing to. It looked like he was trying to give it to Schiffler, but it looks like it's going to be out. I think Kendall Stafford might have gotten his hand in there. And it's going to stay the Blazers' ball.
Avery, I really believe that for both teams that they need to get away from the perimeter and be more involved inside the paint.
Yes, they really do. Because shooting threes all night, when you live by the three, you die by the three. And that's something that both teams can't afford. And what a monster stuff right there for Clayton over 3 VSU Blazers. Oh, my.
That was a mean dunk, and he seems pumped about that.
And
Putting them on big Justin McBride.
And with a dunk like that, that will surely get your team fired up, wouldn't you say? And there goes Justin McBride.
With that and one bucket, Avery. Big Justin McBride.
It's a nice and one right there by Justin McBride. He's just so tough down there in the low post. Not too many people can stop him when he's down there.
Avery, when you're a physical talent like that, you're 6'10", 230 pounds plus, you're a monster in that paint.
Yep, and checking back in for the Blazers is Jimmy Codet, who's just come back in. And McBride is going to be at the free throw line. Looks like we're having technical difficulties, but it looks like Winston Morgan is going to come in for Bo Justice. And McBride is going to be at the free throw line shooting 1. 22-21, Blazers lead. And McBride makes the free throw, and I say, Broderick,
and that's a nice three-point play right there.
It's nice to have a big man who can shoot free throws.
That is a rare thing to see nowadays, Avery.
Especially with the way how big men are getting more athletic, like trying to become stretch forwards and shooting the deep 2 and 3. It's good that they can now work on their free throws. It goes Clayton down low, and he does a nice little shimmy move and gets Jimmy Codet with a move right there. 23 all.
I'll tell you what, Avery, North Alabama is doing a great job of getting the ball into the paint, like I said earlier.
Yep, and it looks like the Blazers, as Codet hits the 3 to take the lead again, the Blazers are still kind of shooting from the three-point line. They can just get back, give it to McBride down the low post. They could have a lot more points.
The Valdosta State Blazers are going to shoot till they can't shoot anymore, Avery.
And that's a nice move. Clayton is just on fire right now. He's 3 for 3 from the game, I believe.
He is pumped, Avery. Pumped. They gonna keep feeding it to him all night till they can stop this man.
Do you think the Blazers should send a double team down there on Clayton?
I don't know about a double team, but probably some backside help would do wonders for this team.
And Codet misses the 3. The Blazers are taking a lot of three-point shots, not really getting into the paint, as you said earlier. And here's Hodge, does a pump fake back out to Tolliver. And it's going to be a travel on the play. And it's going to be the Blazers' ball.
Avery, the Blazers are 5 for 14 from behind the arc.
Yeah, when you're shooting like that for the half, it's time to just give the ball down low to your bigs, set some screens, or let your guards use their quickness and get to the cup.
But Avery, I don't know what to say when your center is shooting more. Ooh, that was a great
nice steal by Smith. And Darius Smith is having a great game defensively. He's been pickpocketing the Blazers all night.
And he's amped too, clapping at the player.
Here comes Smith. He has the clamps on Johnson. Nice swinging back motion. Here's Codet, and he gets a 3 to knock down. Bangs home the trifecta.
That is a great 3 by Jimmy Codet. Jimmy Buckets.
And the Blazers retake the lead 29-27. Here's Tolliver. Swings it out to Jeff Hodge, who pulls up for the three, and he misses. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson coming down, slowing it down, trying to set up the offense for the Blazers. Gives it back to Morgan. Swings to Shiflett. Gives Kodak with the screen. Jimmy with another three, and oh my goodness.
He cannot be stopped, Avery. That man cannot be stopped. The center shooting threes like that.
That's tough to handle. You got a big matchup when you're going up against Jimmy Kodak, a.k.a. Jimmy Buckets.
The defense right there seemed to be confused about who was supposed to guard 11.
And Smith gets the nice three ball to answer.
We have a timeout.
And students feeling anxious and need to relax, check out the Cafe Aroma Oxygen Bar in the Student Union Rotunda on Valdosta State University's main campus. The bar will be available on February 22nd. Come breathe in the good vibes. The Blazers lead right now 32-29. And Broderick, what do you think they're doing right now? What are the Blazers doing right now to keep up the lead? What do you think they need to do to keep their lead up?
I believe, well, I see a nice job from behind the arc from Jimmy Kodak, but I don't think they need to keep that a factor. I think they need to get the ball more in the paint, and they need to make it an effort to get the ball in the hoop.
Yes.
Rebounding is a very good factor, as well as the defensive end, stopping them from getting in the post as much as they have been.
Yes, because Clayton has been dominant in the paint, but when they go out there for the three-point line, it just looks like the Blazers keep getting caught off the screens and keep leaving Kendarius Smith wide open for the three, and he's one of North Alabama's leading scorers on the year, and you cannot leave him wide open for the three. And we're ready to run back.
Hopefully after this timeout, the coach talked to him, told him, it inspired him. I hope it put like a fire in their heart, Avery. Continue this lead.
Yeah, and it's been kind of quiet in here. I'm surprised because the tension's probably high in the crowd because it's such a close game. Here's Bo. Swings it to Morgan. Guarded up top by Tolliver. Back to Justice. Justice is guarded by Smith. And here's Jones. Jones, top of the key. Swings it over to Jimmy Kodet. And yes, sir! There's another three on the night by Jimmy Kodet. He's just on fire right now from three, Broderick.
I was told once, Avery, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And that's a nice move there by Kendall Stafford. And he just sliced through the Blazers' defense and getting to the cup with ease. But Jones swings it to Justice. Justice down low to James, who backs down McGee. And a nice move, but James just can't get it on the up and under. Great defense right there by North Alabama.
Avery, it seems as though Valdosta's offense is running a 4 on the perimeter and a 1 post man. Do you think that'll work?
I don't really think it's kind of worked out for them, but looks like Coach Helfer is going to call a timeout right here. But to answer your question, I just think everyone just needs to be able to rotate. A lot of people on offense, they're just kind of just sitting there, not really moving. It's kind of stagnant. Everyone needs to be able to move around. And if you look at North Alabama, they've just been going around on moving everyone around through the screens.
Mark February 22nd down on your calendar and spice up your week with a Latin dance class. Classes will be held in aerobics room 1 and 2 in the Campus Rec Center on Sestella Avenue. Lessons will be held for an hour starting at 5 p.m. For any further information, call 229-333-5898.
35-33, 6:23 remaining in the first half. This has been a really good game so far. Wouldn't you agree, Broderick?
I do agree. I really think a good game has come from Trenton Clayton. He's 3 for 3 from the field. He's having a great job. He's doing a great job in scoring the ball, getting the ball in the paint, and rebounding as a whole.
And Bo Justice pulls up for the three, and he misses. And there goes Tolliver, who has the rebound. And Tolliver.
It just seems as though Valdosta's just not taking their time with the ball, or they just don't know what to do right now. It
seems like they're just rushing everything, as it looks like it's going to be a foul, I think, on Kodet. No, it's going to be on KJ James, and it's going to send Kendall Stafford to the line.
Kendall Stafford.
North Alabama has a great duo between Kendall Stafford and Kendarius Smith, who have been their 2 leading scorers without the season.
That's true, but last time at the free throw line, Kendall Stafford went 0 for 2. Let's see if he continues it.
And coming in for the Blazers is going to be McBride and Zupas coming in for KJ James and Carlos Jones.
It seems as though they're trying to go big. They got big Justin McBride, they got Jimmy Kodet, and they got Zupas. Sounds like a good rebound game to me.
Exactly. As earlier when these two were in the game, that helped get the Blazers back into the game and to secure the lead. As Stafford misses that one, it's a 1-point game. The Blazers are up 35-34, 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first half. Morgan has the ball, guarded by Tolliver. Alabama's playing great D. Morgan swings it to Justice, who goes down low to McBride, and he gets the easy bucket.
Another and one, Avery.
That's really all they need to do is just give it down to Justin McBride, and he'll just go to work.
Put the ball in the paint, in the bucket.
Exactly. And McBride is 1 for 1 from the line, because earlier he had an and one earlier in the game. And he misses that one, but it looks like a good rebound by Kodet. And he pulls up to Justice, gets the pump fake, and pulls up for the 3, and it's no good, but a rebound by McBride, and he misses. And that's a nice hustle there by the Lions. And Smith kicks it out, swings over to the right to Hodge for 3, and yes, sir, Jeff Hodge with the 3. Nice assist right there by Kendall Stafford.
Jeff Hodges, that is his first made bucket. He was 1 for 6 in the game. He had to get that bucket to get him going.
Top of the key. Here's Morgan. Swings it over to Justice. Justice looks like he was fouled on that play, and Zupas gives it back to Justice, who's guarded by Smith. And it's going to be a foul on Kendarius Smith.
It just seems as though they're really putting pressure on Bo Justice, seeing as though he's Valdos's leading scorer.
Yes, to get pressure on Bo Justice can mess up the rhythm of this Valdosta State Blazers offense. But you also need to be able to rotate the ball, and they've just been shooting way too many threes. If they can just give it to Bo and let him go to work down in the paint, or just pass it to McBride, who's down there in the paint, who could probably take Clayton, as they're both big manning down there in the post. It looks like it's going to be
a foul on
offensive
Justin
foul. McBride. I can tell you one thing, Broderick. These refs are not going to let these two teams play today.
They are not. They're going to take every opportunity they can to take them to the line.
And coming to the line tonight for the Lions is going to be Trenton Clayton, who's 3 for 3 in the game, shooting the ball, but this is his first time at the free throw line, and he's 1 for 1.
Trenton Clayton, if he can keep this up, he's going to have a big game on his hands.
He can. If you're McBride, you need to be able to stop him from having this big game. And with that bucket, it put up the Lions by 1, and with that, the Lions are up 39-37.
Trenton Clayton is hot, still having not missed a point in this game.
No, he hasn't. Blazers need to do a better job on defense trying to contain him. Justice, great D by Smith. Justice gets in the lane.
I don't know if Bo Justice is just not taking the best shots, or Smith's deep.
That's
that
a
is
great
a great block.
Right,
great block
by Jimmy Buckets. There's Morgan to Justice.
Somebody's open.
Right down to McBride with the easy move, and that's a great.
That wasn't.
It looks like it was a nice block by Clayton. I mean, Broderick, did you see him even come down the court? I mean, he would just flash on that play.
What looked to me as a foul was an obvious block to the ref.
And I guess it went out of bounds on McBride. I thought it would have been Blazers' ball since it was a block, but I guess McBride touched it before it went out of bounds.
Avery, looks like the crowd has a lot to say about what just happened on the court.
Yep, the crowd is getting real antsy right now. They don't like that call right there by the referees. It's Tolliver guarded by Zupas. Tolliver pump fake, swings it out to Stafford for 3, and it's no good. And a great rebound right there by Smith. Smith pulls up, he misses, rebounded by McBride.
I'll tell you what, Avery, Smith is doing a great job hustling here. He is doing a great job of hustling on this offense and defensive end.
And that's exactly what you want to see from one of your players. As Winston pulls up for the 3 and misses it, Justice gets the rebound, goes in the lane. He looks like he gets fouled and almost got the N1. But Bo Justice is going to the line, and with him going to the line, it should help him to get back into the rhythm of this game.
And that is a foul. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half.
Timeout on the floor.
North Alabama Lions up 39-37.
Are you getting stressed out by midterms? Are you stressed out that you're having problems organizing your time and priorities? Well, the Student Success Series is here to help. The Student Success Series is an event on campus that helps students secure a great career and stay motivated by setting goals for your future. This is an event hosted by Kaylin Norris, a self-proclaimed millennial motivator. The series takes place every Monday at 6 p.m. in Nevins Hall, room 1105. So bring your friends and come on down to the Student Success Center, hosted by Kaylin Norris.
Avery, let's talk about Trenton Clayton. Trenton Clayton is having a great game today, coming off the bench for the North Alabama Lions.
He really is.
Normally not getting the amount of minutes that he usually gets from games coming off the bench, but seeing that he's being a main factor, do you think that he can keep the success continuing in the game?
I believe he can keep up this success, but if you're the person who's guarding him, usually McBride or James, you got to be able to get up in his grill, force him to miss, and just get good defensive stops. One thing that the Lions have done better than the Blazers has been the offensive rebounding. They're just out hustling the Blazers right now on defense. But as of right now, the Lions lead 39-37, 3:35 left in the half. And as we resume,
Bo Justice to the free throw line, to the candy stripe, seeing if he can get some luxury buckets.
hopefully with these free throws, he can tie this game up, get it back to 0-0.
And hopefully following these free throws, it'll get him back in the shooting rhythm, Avery.
And when Bo Justice is in a rhythm, North Alabama needs to watch out because when he's on fire, he's blazing. Justice makes the first one, pulls up again, and he makes both free throws. And we're tied again at 39-39. This has been a very close game. Tolliver has the ball, gets it back to Smith. Smith guarded by Morgan. Smith looking for the open man, try to give it to Clayton, but then he passes it back to Tolliver, who's guarded by Zupas. And it's going to be a kick ball on Greg Zupas, but that's good defense. You do not want to let the Lions give the ball to Clayton, who's been hot all night down low in the paint. As Stafford pulls up for three, he misses and is a rebound there by Zupas.
Bo Justice with the ball.
Justice goes to his right, goes behind his back, and it looks like he's trapped trying to look for someone open. Passes it to Morgan. Morgan at the top of the key, guarded by Smith.
Kendarius Smith and Tavarius Oliver are not letting Bo Justice have the kind of game he wants today. They're having all kinds of impacts on it.
And there's, as Greg Zupas does it's a nice bucket right there. Just using his size and length to get to the basket. As Smith has the ball. Swings it over to Hodge. Over there to Clayton. Tolliver jab steps, pulls up. And he gets the bucket. There's not more you can do right there. That was actually really good defense right there by Morgan, but Tolliver just lined up good for the shot.
That was a straight pump and jump.
And it looks like it's going to be another foul on Kendarius Smith. And it's actually going to be on Clayton. And coming into the game for the Lions is going to be number 10, Adrian Smith.
Bo Justice back at the free throw line.
And that's exactly what we wanted to see. He's the one you want to see at the free throw line for the Blazers. And Justice makes the first one.
I'll tell you what, if them just shooting regular field goals isn't going to get him going, him going to the free throw line is definitely going to get him in here.
And that's exactly what they need. It's 43-41. Blazers are up. Smith over to Stafford to Hodge. Hodge swings it to Clayton. Over on the right to Smith. Screen by Clayton. And Adrian Smith pulls up, misses the shot. Ooh, and McBride just bodied Kendarius Smith right there. And there's Kodette to Justice. Justice goes in the lane. Ooh, and passes it to McBride, who loses the ball. And Smith has it on the outlet, finds it to Jeff Hodge, and he gets the easy basket. And it's a nice fast break, nice defensive and offensive sequence right there by the North Alabama Lions.
It really seems as though Bo Justice and a lot of these Valdosta State Blazers are real sluggish right now.
They really are. They need to kind of pick it up on offense. They're playing too lackadaisical. And there goes Greg Zupas, and he's going to go to the line for two as he's fouled.
One thing Valdosta is doing great in this game is they are having great success at the free throw line, only missing one free throw.
And that's exactly what you wanted to see from your team. When they're at the free throw line, you always hope that everyone's going to make their free throws. And coming into the game for the Lions is going to be Tolliver.
I'll tell you what, they put Tolliver on the bench for a very short amount of time, but he comes back and he starts jumping again.
I'm pretty sure he's like the energy. He has the energy. He really pumps up this team. He's probably the emotional leader on the team, because if you see most of the time he's really usually there on all the hustle plays. As it's going to be out of bounds, it's going to be Blazers ball again.
That was a good job by Jimmy Codet off the free throw.
And also coming in for the Lions is going to be number 3, Jeff Hodge, coming in for Kendarius Smith, who goes to the bench.
Darius Smith probably going to sit out the rest of this first half to have a lot of the energy that he's been exuding this first half.
It's Justice. Swings it over to Morgan. Morgan guarded by Hodge. 3 versus 3 right now. Swings it back. Over to Zupas. To Morgan. Zupas with the screen over to Justice. Morgan jab steps, goes in the lane, swings it back out to Codet, who swings it back to Justice for 3, and he airballs. But Zupas with a nice rebound, but it looks like Zupas, before he got the rebound, he stepped out of bounds. That's a great hustle there by Greg Zupas, but he was just a tad bit late right there, Broderick.
It was a good job to try to get it. Unfortunately, the shot led him out of bounds.
Coming in for the Blazers is going to be number 21, LeBron Shiflett. Here's Tolliver. 1:09 remaining in the half. The Blazers are up, 44-43. Clayton with a nice dribble move, and that was very soft defense right there by the Blazers.
Like I said, Trenton Clayton, he is working so hard right now, he just cannot be stopped.
It's 45-44. The Lions are winning. Swings to Zupas, who almost has a stolen. Good spin move by Zupas. And it's going to be Blazers ball, I believe. Broderick, hopefully the Blazers can get something going right before the half to give them some momentum.
Hopefully they get a nice bucket right here to take back this lead.
There's Morgan. Swings over to LeBron, and he pulls up for 3, and he misses the 3. Good defense there by Tolliver. Tolliver's just been everywhere on the defensive end for the Lions. As Hodge misses it, 25 seconds left in the first half. Morgan slowing down the pace. Probably going to hold for the last shot of the game.
As we wrap up this first half, some things that need to be keyed is points in the paint, Avery. North Alabama is just demolishing Valdosta in the paint. Having scored more than 25 points and more than Valdosta State. And scoring off turnovers.
And we're going to end the half. It's going to be 46-45. The Blazers are leading. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back for the start of the second half on VSU TV.
Here, we are a community of 11,000 individual stories.
A place where all doors are open.
Your home away from home.
Where you will make lifelong connections.
And you will never feel invisible. Here, you will write it, research it, sing it,
broadcast it, share it, serve it,
teach it, nurture, and own it.
VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, and just far enough away from home. Find out what VSU can do for you.
And we're coming back to the action. The Blazers lead the Lions by 1 point coming into the second half. The Lions need to keep feeding Trenton Clayton, working hard for the Lions in the paint. The Blazers need to start getting the ball into the paint unless they can find a solution to sink the 3 ball. Also, they need to find a way to get Bo Justice going to keep the Blazers on top. Will the Lions surprise the Blazers with their first home loss of the season? Or will this be a game for the record books? Find out coming up next on VSU TV.
We are ready to get this second half underway. Top of it. 46-45. The Blazers are up.
It looks to be the Blazers' ball to begin the half.
It looks like KJ James is going to pass the ball in to Winston Morgan.
And here we are starting the second half.
And it looks like the Blazers are going to come out playing up tempo, and it's a nice play right there. There comes Kendarius Smith. Swings it to Tolliver. They have numbers, pulls up the Hodge for three, and it's no good. Good rebound there by Kodette. And here comes Morgan. Slowing it down, swings over to Justice, over to Giozzi, and it's no good. And Kodette almost has the rebound. It's good hustle right there. Kodette has been hustling all night for the Blazers, but sadly that time that will not help, and it's going to be North Alabama ball. Here comes Kendarius Smith. Down to McGee, does a nice little spin. And McGee misses.
And that's Kodette with the rebound. Kodette having 14 points in the game, following 5 rebounds.
Over in the corner, and it's no good there by Bo Justice, who hasn't really got it going from deep today, Broderick.
He hasn't really got it going on at all, Avery. Not from deep, not from the paint. He needs to find a solution for these problems.
What I think he really needs to do is just get into the lane, get back to the free throw line how he did close to end the first half, and that will really help out the Blazers to add on to their lead. Still 46-45. 18:56 left in the game.
Blazers need to work on transitioning as they're losing the offensive points turnover battle against the North Alabama Lions, with the North Alabama Lions having 8 points off of turnovers to the Blazers 0.
James does a little spin move in, but a nice little flip and spin over there over Sharwin McGee. Nice move down there by KJ James.
That was a nice move. Nice move. They need to get the ball in the paint more.
Here's Tolliver, swings it to Stafford, guarded by James. Hodge over to McGee, swings it back over to Smith, who goes in the lane, double clutches, and it's no good. That was good defense there by Kodette, but it looks like McGee ends up getting the point and the basket there for the Lions.
For the Lions, 30 out of their 47 points have come from the paint in the line.
And it looked like right here, Kendarius Smith, he tried so hard to get another steal, and that's one thing that the Blazers need to look out for tonight is Kendarius Smith, who has those quick reflexes and has those sticky hands.
Kendarius Smith has 3 steals in the game, and that was almost his 4th.
There goes James. Pass it down low. And it's a nice move there by Giozzi, and it looks like the Blazers, Broderick, are finally starting to get it in the low paint to get easy buckets instead of just staying out there on the three-point line. Smith swings it back to McGee, over to Tolliver, started by Kodette. Now switched on him with Morgan, and it looks like, I don't know, Broderick, I think it looked like Tolliver kind of pushed off on that play, but I don't think the refs saw it. And Giozzi with a nice move.
With the nice drive into the lane, Avery.
Over Jeff Hodge, pulling the little Houdini act right there. There goes Stafford, and it's no good. Great defense there by KJ James. It looks like the Blazers' defense is starting to stifle a little bit.
And that was a good job by the refs, letting the players play and not giving them the foul.
Yes, hopefully in this second half, as this game has been close, they could just let the players play. Over Kodette, and he misses the 3. And good save there by James. James in the right corner, brings it back out top. He passes it to Morgan. Now back to Giozzi, who's guarded by Hodge. It looks like Giozzi has the mismatch with Jeff Hodge on him. I would give it down low to him.
He was trying to get it.
And Winston over, and yes, sir, he hits the 3. Winston Morgan looks like he's starting to get it going from 3. That's his first one of this half. Smith has it to Hodge. Screen by Stafford. McGee. Swings over to Tolliver. Tolliver guarded by Giozzi, and it looks like it's gonna be a charge. Great way to play right there by Clay Giozzi. And coming in for the Lions is gonna be number 10, Adrian Smith. And it looks like he's gonna come in for number 3, Jeff Hodge. But what determination right there by Clay Giozzi on that charge, Broderick.
That was a great play on his part on the defensive end, getting the foul and getting the ball in his team's hands.
And it looks like the Blazers, as I said earlier, it looks like Coach Helfer probably told them to step up their game defensively. They have been stifling the North Alabama Lions so far in this half. It's Blazers ball. They're up 55-49.
Surprisingly in this game, Avery, I'm surprised they didn't start Trenton Clayton coming off the bench.
I'm surprised they didn't either because he's been on fire all night. As James pulls up for the 3, And it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be North Alabama ball. Kendall Stafford's going to take it out, pass it to his teammate, Kendarius Smith. Smith looking for open man. He has McGee. Swings it to Tolliver. Great ball movement right now by North Alabama. And there goes Stafford with a spin move, and he can't complete the shot. Looks like the Blazers got a lucky break, but it looks like Winston Morgan's kind of shaking up on the play. But that was a nice assist right there, going over to Jimmy Buckets Codet.
That slam was ecstatic, Avery. That slam was ecstatic.
It was very. And now the crowd is pumped, and the Blazers are doing such a great job coming out in this half.
It seems as though they need to check on Winston Morgan, Avery. It looks like he caught a shot to the face.
Yeah, I think he was on that drive when Kendall Stafford had gone into the lane on that spin move. It looked like he probably accidentally popped Winston Morgan in the mouth. Hopefully Morgan is okay.
From February 23rd until April 6th, the VSU Fine Arts Department would like to invite anyone interested in the arts to take part in their 20th annual juried student art competition. The event will be hosted in the Dido Moranville Fine Arts Gallery and is open to the public. For more information, contact Julie Boland at 229-333-5835. Again, that is 229-333-5835.
And as we look right now, the Blazers have gotten out to a 57-49 lead, almost up by double digits. This is the biggest lead the Blazers have had tonight. What do you think they've been doing right so far this half, Broderick?
Well, Avery, I think this is actually this is almost the largest lead in the game. I believe it is for the Valdosta State Blazers. The last lead being in the first 7 minutes of the game. It was up by 6. They just surpassed that, being up by 8. But I believe that they need to just keep working hard in the post and getting the ball to their big men, or at least driving the lane, getting the foul, and going to the free throw line.
Here's Smith, top of the key, guarded by Clay Giozzi. And here's Adrian Smith. Swings back to Kendarius Smith. The two Smiths out there together. There goes Adrian Smith, and he tried to dunk on both KJ James and Jimmy Codet, but KJ James comes in there with a mean block, but it looks like it's going to be a foul. I don't know about that play right there, Roger. I thought KJ James got all ball on that play.
Listen, that looked like it could have been a nasty play. It looked like it could have been a nasty play.
But look at the confidence right there by Adrian Smith to be able trying to go up and dunk on two men at the same time. You got to have a lot of confidence and the hops to pull off something like that as he misses the first free throw.
That was an impressive block by KJ James. The ref should have just let that one ride.
And Adrian Smith goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line that time. It's 57-50. Blazers lead by 7. James, guarded by McGee. Codet swings it to Morgan, who's guarded by Hodge. Shiflet.
It seems as though they're still working on Winston Morgan over there.
Yeah, and as they're working on Winston Morgan, it looks like they put in LeBron Shiflet, who had a nice 3 in the first half, as Jimmy Buckets bangs home another trifecta. Puts up the Blazers are up by 10 now, 60-50. Broderick, do you think the Blazers can pull away now?
In hopes for the Blazers, I would like to think so. I would like to think that they will. But the Lions aren't letting up. The Lions aren't going to let it go past them real easy.
They are not.
They're going to fight. They're going to fight, and they're going to keep fighting until they can't fight anymore, Avery.
Exactly. And as Adrian Smith, he answered that 3 on the other end for the Lions, making it a 7-point game again. And here comes Kendarius Smith, whom does a great Euro step and up and under. That was just a really impressive move right there by Kendarius Smith, who has been lighting up the scoreboard tonight for the Lions, who's trying to keep them in this game.
Kendarius Smith is really working hard in this game. He's getting shifty with his hands, and he's getting shifty with his feet. He's getting the ball in the basket, and he's doing a good job about it.
Yes, he is. VSU TV is proud to present Saturday Fright Special. Every Saturday at 9 p.m. and midnight, join host Scarewolf as he leads you through classic monster movies and some classic dubs as well. Get your friends together and grab some popcorn before the popcorn grabs you. Saturday Fright Special, only on VSU TV. Now we have here a 5-point game. And what do you think North Alabama needs to do besides, I think what they really need to do is give it to Kendarius Smith, who's just been on fire since the start of this game.
They need to give the ball to Kendarius Smith, and they also need to put Trenton Clayton in the game. Trenton Clayton is a difference maker, Avery. He needs to get in the game, get in the post, block shots, get the ball in the hole.
Exactly.
If they can't do that, then I think the Blazers have a good chance at this one.
That is correct. But what I have noticed since we started the second half, Kendall Stafford, he's just been kind of quiet this half. I mean, give credit to the Blazers defense who've been stifling North Alabama's offense all throughout the second half. And it looks like Kendarius Smith is going to have to keep up the scoring load here for the Lions.
Kendall Stafford has 4 rebounds and 8 points in this game.
Him and Tolliver are their big hustle guys out there and bring a lot of energy out on the court there for the Lions as Giozzi does a nice little move on Adrian Smith, and it looks like Clay Giozzi is starting to get fired up now.
Let's not forget to mention that Winston Morgan is back in this game.
And that's always great to see Morgan back in the lineup. There's Tolliver trying to doing a bunch of dribble moves over to Stafford, to Smith. Smith guarded by James. Smith pulls up for 3. It's no good, and the rebound there by KJ James. James taking the ball down the court himself. Swings it back at the top of the key to Winston Morgan, who's guarded by Tavares Tolliver. Kodette back to James. And there goes Winston Morgan, who does a pump fake, jab steps, passes it back to Jimmy Buckets. He pulls up for the 3. He misses, but it was nice play right there by Clay Giozzi, and he's really eating now, Roger.
That is a very good effort bucket by Clay Giozzi. Nice job getting into the paint, getting past his defender, getting the ball into his hands and off the backboard.
That's really great to see. I think Coach Helfer probably put Giozzi more in the game plan because he was really quiet in that first half. But now Giozzi is in there, and it's going to be a foul right there on Jimmy Kodette. And he's going to send Sharwin McGee to the line.
Number 23, Jimmy Kodette with the foul.
Jimmy Kodette having a great game. He has 7 rebounds and 19 points so far in this game.
That's a great night. And coming in for the Lions is going to be Jeff Hodge and number 0, Trenton Clayton. And also coming in for the Blazers is going to be number 24, Greg Zupas.
I don't know, Avery. When you have your center shooting 50% from behind the arc, I think you have a pretty good game.
It is a good game. Like I said, it's really rare to find big men who can really shoot the ball like that.
And there he is, number 0, Trenton Clayton, checking into the game.
And he's still shooting 100% from the field. And here goes Morgan. Guarded by Tolliver. Morgan swings it to the hot man, Giozzi. Giozzi over there to Justice, who does a nice little move, swings it back to McBride. Over back to Justice. Good defense right there by Jeff Hodge. Justice swings it over there to Giozzi. Giozzi goes in the lane, and it looks like it's still going to be Blazers' ball. Last touch by the Lions.
They need to move fast and they need to work fast with 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, they really do need to move fast. It looks like they've kind of slowed down on offense from the up-tempo style they've been playing earlier. Let's say you set a screen and have Bo Justice or Clay Giozzi come on and shoot a 3. And there goes Bo, and he does a little hop step. And it looks like it's going to be a travel there on Bo Justice, and it's going to be North Alabama ball. The crowd does not like that call at all, Broderick.
Listen, they have shut down Bo Justice all game. I don't know what they have to do to get him back in this game, but they need to figure it out.
They really do. He's their leading scorer on the year. But the Blazers still do have the lead, 64-56. 8-point game. Here's Tolliver. Swings it to Stafford. Swings over to Hodge. Hodge guarded by Zubas. There's Clayton. Over to Smith, who loses handle of the ball. And over in the right corner, right wing, and does a jab step. And a good move right there by Tavares Tolliver, putting the moves on Clay Giozzi.
Clay Giozzi, I think he was trying to get that offensive foul again, Avery.
It looked like he was trying to draw the charge, but to his avail, it didn't happen. And Giozzi does a nice little spin move on Smith, kicks it out to Morgan for 3. It's no good, but Giozzi gets the rebound. Great hustle right there. and he's going to be double teamed, and it looks like he's going to be fouled on the play.
The foul was by Trenton Clayton, if I'm not mistaken.
And it looks like it's going to be a timeout.
The foul was actually by Adrian Smith. Adrian Smith's first foul in the game.
And it's a 6-point game. The Blazers are up 64-58. Both teams have kind of stepped it up defensively in the second half. Actually, I believe North Alabama, their defense has kind of slowed down a little bit. They're letting the Blazers get all sorts of shots all in the paint, whereas opposed in the first half, they were just letting they weren't letting the Blazers get into the paint. They were just forcing them into shooting errant threes.
I'll tell you what North Alabama is doing very well. Avery, they are moving the ball around. Trenton Clayton with 10 points. Kendarius Smith with 10 points. Tavarius Tolliver with 8 points. Kendall Stafford with 8 points. Sharwin McGee with 8 points. They are getting the ball spreading around.
And that's always great to have. Great ball movement on offense and playing stifling defense usually helps you win the game, but right now they're still losing. But I would have to say this because of the great rebounding effort by the Blazers. They stepped up their rebounding in the second half instead of letting North Al get all those offensive rebounds. But we're back to the start of it's about to resume the second half.
Sharwin McGee having a very quiet game, but a very active game, having 10 rebounds and 9 points.
Yeah, he's close to a double-double right there. One more basket, he'll be at a double-double. And we have Clay Giozzi to the line right now for the Valdosta State Blazers.
Clay Giozzi has 2 rebounds and 11 points in this game.
His first shot is good, and that increases the Blazers' lead to 7.
Blazers right now 11 for 14 at the free throw line. Can he make it 12 for 15? Let's see.
And yes, sir, they do.
Yes, sir, he can.
And here's Tolliver.
Guarded by Clay Giozzi.
Over there, there's Smith. Swings it back to Tolliver. Tolliver goes in the lane, makes a move on McBride, and it's going to be a foul right there on Justin McBride.
Tolliver drew that foul, Avery.
Yes, that's exactly what you want to do. When you're down on the scoreboard like how you are now, you want to be able to get into the lane and draw as many fouls as possible to get to the free throw line. Here's Stafford. He's having a quiet half. Swings it over to Tolliver. He does the move on Giozzi. Swings it down low to Stafford, and a good block right there. And McBride is just dominating them in the paint, but Kendall Stafford was able to get the nice putback there for the Lions.
Kendall Stafford, even though he's having a quiet game, I think his presence is having a better impact.
Giozzi.
I think his long arms is having a very great impact into this game. As they foul Bo Justice.
Smith with his third foul.
If Bo Justice can keep getting to the free throw line, Broderick, the Blazers can keep adding on to their lead.
That's what they're going to have to do, Avery. Bo Justice, 2-11 from the field, 1 for 7 behind the arc, but a perfect, well, now 5 for 5 from the candy stripe.
But that's just so unlike Bo Justice, 2-11 from the field, but you got to give credit to this North Alabama defense, especially Kendarius Smith with the active hands out there. And if you notice, sometimes they really are putting Kendarius Smith on Bo Justice. It's either between him or Tavarius Tolliver. They've been really good defensively for the Lions. Here's Smith. There's a little shake and bake move. Over to Hodge. Down over in the left corner. Down to Clayton. And it's going to be, I think, a reach-in foul on Justin McBride. And it is.
That's big Justin McBride's third foul.
He needs to be careful because 2 more fouls and he'll be out of here, Broderick. There's Clayton. Guarded by Zupas. Stafford doesn't move, and he traveled on the play. But do you think that was just because of good defense there by Justin McBride?
Listen, Avery, that looked like it was going to be a foul either way. I mean, that looked like it was going to be a turnover either way.
And coming in is McGee is coming in for Kendall Stafford, who's going to take a breather over there on the Lions bench.
McGee coming into the game, hoping to complete that double-double.
Here's Morgan. And he almost throws an in-air pass over there to Justice, who jab steps, does a little spin move, goes in the paint and spins. Oh my goodness, and gets the tough bucket.
Bo Justice said he's gonna work now. It's time to work. He's the microwave. When you press start, you just gotta keep it going.
And how long is this microwave on for? 5 minutes?
10 minutes and 4 seconds.
Exactly. That's exactly what we need. Here's Morgan. Guarded by Tolliver. Throwing a bunch of dribble moves.
Morgan looking for revenge. I think it was Tolliver that gave him that elbow to the face.
And that's a good move by Justin McBride, and he almost gets the and one. It's going to be a foul, I believe. It's going to be on Trenton Clayton. And Justin McBride is heading back to the free throw line. 8-point game. The Blazers are up 70-62, 9:46 left in the game.
Trenton Clayton having a great game so far, but he has been in foul trouble for a very long time. Him having 4 fouls but 10 points. He's having a great impact when he's in the game, but he just has to stay out of foul trouble.
Indeed. And checking back in for the Lions is going to be number 4, Kendall Stafford. He's checking in for Trenton Clayton. And McBride misses the other free throw, but it was a good hustle right there. The Blazers almost got the ball back, but I digress. And the Lions have the ball. And it looked like Jeff Hodge almost took 3 steps right there. Kadarius Smith, screen there by Sharwin McGee. Smith, it looked like a travel on the play, but it's going to be a foul on Winston Morgan, and Kadarius Smith is going to head to the line. Actually, no, they are going to take the ball out.
Clay Giozzi guarding the inbound pass.
Up top, over there to Jeff Hodge. Hodge guarded by Justice. Coming out around the screen was Tolliver.
Jeff Hodge having a very quiet game as well, going 2 for 9 from the field, 1 from 6 from behind the arc.
And as Smith misses, that's good defense. And Bo Justice, he has his one-on-one. Bo Justice almost looked like a foul on the play. And I don't know about that play, Broderick. I don't think it should be the Lions' ball. Bo Justice just got manhandled by one of the Lions. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul.
Look, Avery, you don't know about that foul. I don't know about the foul. The crowd doesn't know about the foul. I don't even think the refs know about the foul. But it's Lions ball with 9 minutes left and 9 seconds. Valdosta State up 70-62.
And here is McGee. Pass it back to Smith. Swings over to Hodge. Hodge pump fakes down low to Sharwin McGee. And that was a nice block there by Buckets. And here goes Clay Giozzi. Swings out to Morgan. Pulls up for the 3. And yes, sir. He bangs home the trifecta. And now the Blazers are up 11, 73-62.
I told you, Avery. Winston Morgan has come back for revenge.
And it looks like Kadarius Smith took that personal from Winston Morgan. And he pulls up for the 3.
Trading threes back to back.
That's exactly what I like to see. And a nice find down there to KJ James. And now the Blazers, they're really in rhythm now. That microwave is going. The food is heating up right now, Broderick.
This game is getting a real fast pace, Avery. Real fast pace.
And there goes Jeff Hodge. And he bangs home a trifecta. And
right now, Avery, I feel like I could go out there and score.
It's a nice shootout. And Clay Giozzi is going to be fouled hard right there on Kadarius Smith.
Clay Giozzi going back to the free throw line for another pair.
But I really do like the pace of this game. Both teams have really amped it up. It looks like a lot of everyone out there are taking it personal against their matchups. And into the game is coming Adrian Smith and Trenton Clayton.
Trenton Clayton needs to watch himself for these next 8 minutes in the second half, having 4 fouls, him being a very impactful player for the North Alabama Lions.
Yeah, if he gets one more, he's out of this game. Both teams have been doing really well in their matchups, and they've been taking it personally, Broderick, sometimes going out there on their own vendettas to prove that I'm the better person in this game at this position right now. There's Stafford, swings it to Smith. Over to Tolliver. He goes down the lane, swings it to Jeff Hodge. He pulls up for 3. And it's no good. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Valdosta State ball. And it's going to be a timeout by Coach Helfer.
I'll tell you what, Avery. Valdosta and the North Alabama Lions love shooting the 3-ball. Valdosta shooting 30+, and North Alabama shooting over 16.
A lot of threes have been taken in this game.
Interested in joining the American Sign Language Club? The ASL Club will be hosting a meeting this month on February 26th, starting at 6:30 p.m. The meeting will be held in Nevins Hall, room 1061, and should last around an hour at most. For more information on the American Sign Language community at Valdosta State, you can contact them at 229-333-5611. I repeat, 229-333-5611. Or visit their office in the Education Center at 301 Bay Tree Road. Their hours of operation are from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Be there.
I'll tell you one thing, Broderick. Kendarius Smith is really keeping the North Alabama Lions in this game. It looks like they're just really running their offense straight through him, strictly him now in the second half. It seems like the Blazers' defense has been too much to handle for his other teammates.
I can agree with that, Avery. I don't know what category he hasn't been impactful in. Having 4 steals, 13 points, and 5 rebounds as the point guard.
And that's a lot of, you always want to see good hustle there from your point guard.
Here we are back after the timeout.
7:42 remaining in the game. Valdosta is up by 9. Giozzi almost has the ball ripped, passes it to Justice. Justice is guarded by Hodge. It looks like he has a mismatch. And down low to James, guarded by Clayton. KJ James swings over there to Morgan. He swings it over to Giozzi, goes in the lane. Great ball movement by the Blazers, and there's Morgan, and he misses the 3. Looks like it might be looks like it's going to be a over the back foul by KJ James.
KJ James with the foul. That's going to be 3 on him.
And a good steal right there.
Kodak with the steal. What can he not do today?
And KJ James with a nice move. And yes, sir, there goes the bucket. KJ James. 79-68. Valdosta State is leading. Tolliver does a nice little move and misses it. Great defense there by the Blazers. Here's Justice.
Jimmy Kodak closing in on having his own double-double with 19 points and 8 rebounds.
Morgan swings it to Giozzi, who's guarded by Adrian Smith. Justice guarded by Hodge. Justice almost loses the ball, and back to Morgan on the left wing. And nice find there by Morgan, and KJ James gets the bucket and the and one.
That was a great pass followed by a great bucket. Winston to James.
And once KJ James gets down there in the low post, he's hard to stop. He has so many moves he can get you with the up and under and a nice little shimmy spin move as he goes to the line for the and one.
That big body, that big frame. It's a big bucket by KJ James.
Big bucket by a big guy. Here's Smith.
6 minutes, 23 seconds left. Valdosta up, 82-68. Valdosta is apparently running away with this one, Avery. What do you think happened after the halftime?
I just believe Coach Helfer probably told the team to just get in the lane more, get to the free throw line, and just stop shooting a lot of threes. Just only take the threes if you have to, and just pick up the pace on defense. As you see now, the defense for Valdosta State has been excellent throughout this second half. As we just saw in that last play, there's Giozzi guarded by Smith. Giozzi down to Justice, who has the mismatch, and he almost gets the shot over Jeff Hodge.
I don't know what's happening, Avery, but Bo is cold today.
He is cold, but at least his teammates have been able to keep up the lead, and that's great defense by Jimmy Kodet. And there goes Winston. They're pushing it. Here's Justice. They can move on Hodge, and it's going to be a foul on Jeff Hodge right there.
Bo, even though he's having a bad outing from the field right now, he's having a great outing from the free throw line, the candy stripe, where he's having all of it.
He must be really hungry.
He's sitting in Candyland, Avery. I don't know.
I guess he's really greedy, just trying to always get back to that free throw line. He's been a lot greedier to get back to the free throw line in the second half than in the first half. Do you think that had something to do with Coach Helfer's play calling?
I don't know. I feel like him as a player, I feel like he's driving more to the basket, trying to get more to the free throw line since he can't really make the impact that he's usually having in usual games from the field. He's right now 100% from the free throw line, going 8 for 8.
That's excellent, excellent, excellent. And there goes Stafford, who's been quiet this half. And
that is a foul
on
KJ James.
And KJ James is starting to kind of get up there in fouls now.
He is. That is his 4th foul of the game.
And that's one thing that the Blazers cannot afford to lose is KJ James. With his size on offense and on defense, he does so much for this team with rebounding and getting down there in the low post to get easy shots. And coming into the game for the Blazers is going to be number 24, Greg Zupas, coming in for KJ James. And also coming back in for the Lions is going to be Kendarius Smith. He's going to come in for Tavares Tolliver.
The North Alabama Lions are also having some players that just aren't playing to their normal potential, Avery. They got Jeff Hodge, 3 for 11 from the field, 2 from 8 from behind the arc, as well as Kendall Stafford, 4 from 11 from the field, 1 from 4 from behind the arc.
And I guess you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Helfer and turning it up on defense for the Valdosta State Blazers, as Clay Giozzi has the nice little dime pass right there. And Smith is guarded by Justice, and he misses. Great defense right there by Bo Justice. The defense has just been extraordinary in the second half today for the Blazers. Wouldn't you agree, Broderick?
The Blazers are white hot right now. White hot.
Giozzi back to Justice. There goes Morgan, guarded by Smith. Nice to see the Blazers doing a lot of moving around. Giozzi goes behind his back. I think he has a mismatch there with Hodge on him. There's Justice, pulls up off of one leg. It's no good, and Zupas almost had the rebound. That's good hustle there by Zupas. And coming into the game for the Lions is going to be Trenton Clayton and also Tavares Tolliver.
Now that KJ James is out of the game, Trenton Clayton can have a nice big impact on this North Alabama defense and offense.
It's going to be a foul right there. And the Blazers are up 86-69 with 4:11 remaining in the game. And as of right now, Broderick, Coach Champagne does not look happy over there on the sidelines for North Alabama.
He does not look happy at all. He's starting to get a little hot around the collar, turn a little red.
And Kendarius Smith sinks the first free throw.
I might have spoke too soon, Avery, about the fouls. The refs had them letting the players have the game. 8 fouls for Valdosta, 17 fouls for North Alabama.
And I guess both teams right now, especially when coming close to crunch time, they both want to get to the line to get more points up on the board. For the Blazers, trying to increase their lead to secure their 18th straight win in a row. And for the Lions, they're just trying to get back into this ball game.
There's nothing better than free points, Avery.
There is nothing better than free throws as well. It's in the name, free. And who doesn't like anything free? Swings it out. Jimmy Buckets for 3, and yes, sir, Zooey Mama. He bangs home the 3.
Jimmy Buckets with 22 points and 7 rebounds coming into this game.
Smith swings out to Tolliver. Down low to McGee, who's guarded by Caudette. And nice defense right there by the Blazers. Caudette, great defense. Jeff Hodge pulls up for the 3, and he misses. Jimmy Caudette has another rebound today. He's just been beasting and feasting on the defensive end with these rebounds, Broderick. And here is Morgan. 3:10 left in the game. Blazers up by 18. Here's Justice. Sends it to Morgan.
Since Bo Justice hasn't been very active in this game shooting the ball from the field, I think Jimmy Caudette has done a great job stepping up for the Blazers today.
And Jimmy Buckets pulls up for another 3, and Zooey Mama, he bangs home another 3.
with the follow-away three. Jimmy just cannot be stopped. More buckets, more problems.
Hey, Broderick, do you have any water? Because Jimmy Buckets is on fire.
Don't put him out. Keep going.
And there goes Bo Justice, who tries to draw the foul, but he gets the nice one. And that increases the Valdosta State Blazers lead 94-71, up by 23 points with 2:20 left in the game.
Avery, the Blazers are on a run. They just cannot be stopped right now.
They cannot. It's just been a great job on the defensive side. And for the Lions, it looks like they're just chucking up any shot now, just trying to get anything on the offensive side. But the Blazers' defense has been outstanding.
They just look dismantled, like they don't know what they're doing. They just seem out of character. This is not the same North Alabama Lions team that was playing in the first half. They need to really gain their character back. Get the ball in the paint, get the ball in the paint like they did in the first half.
And here goes Morgan, and he nice little floater misses, and Jeff Hodge has the rebound. Hodge coming down on the right side, goes in the lane. Ooh, and he was just a fraction early, and it looks like it might be it's probably goaltending on that play.
It seems that the crowd of girls over here are a little too hyped. A North Alabama player threw the basketball at them. It looks like they got a little up and a little jumpy. I don't think BSU is responsible for what may happen.
Having interest in the paranormal, wanting to show that is offbeat, not stuffy, then VSU TV has the program for you. 30-odd minutes, airing Saturday nights at 11 p.m. following Saturday Fright Special. If the truth is out there, 30-odd minutes will find it, but only by sheer accident. And as we wind this game down now, Broderick, what do you think was the key for the Blazers in the game to get out on that huge run that helped them get to their 21-point lead?
They finally got the ball in the paint, Avery. They got the ball in the paint, and Jimmy Buckets is white hot. He's not missing. He is having a great game in the second half.
And also, Jimmy Buckets has been playing really well on defense too, stifling down there in the low post, just acting like a tree down there. No one can stop him. And they're getting a lot of rebounds as well.
They've been going to the line, Avery. That is another good thing happening. Getting fouls, charges, transitioning. That is the name of the game, and they are doing a great job doing it.
And coming in right now for the Blazers is going to be Carlos Jones. And it looks like the Blazers are sending in their reserves now.
Number 2, Carlos Jones.
Looks like we now have Carlos Jones in the game, Max Harris, Tyler Johnson, Greg Zupas. And over for the Lions, they've had Luke Scott in the game. This is the first time I've said his name tonight. And they also have Chandler Boyd.
It seems as though this game is presumably over, as both teams put in pretty much their reserves. North Alabama ready to hit the road.
Yes, sir. And Broderick, what do you think was the key for the Blazers to get their 18th straight win this season?
Teamwork, Avery. Teamwork. When Bo Justice couldn't do it, guess who stepped up?
His
Jimmy
teammates.
Buckets. Jimmy Buckets, Clay Giozzi, finding a way to get to the line, drive the lane.
Exactly. It's always nice to have more than one person on your team that can score. It just wasn't the case tonight for the Lions, as in the first half, the talented duo of Kendall Stafford and Kendarius Smith were playing really well, but in the second half, the Blazers' defense was just too much for North Alabama. And Kendarius Smith was the main one and has been the main one scoring in the second half. And as we said earlier, Trenton Clayton was very hot in the first half, but he didn't really see too much playing time in the second half. And when he did, he really just didn't show up.
He got out of it real early, Avery, due to foul trouble that he had. He ended the first half with 3 fouls and then got another foul real quick in the second half. Ever since then, he hasn't really been the same. He hasn't been able to keep the hot streak that he was on.
And Adrian Smith is at the free throw line. He makes the first free throw, and he makes the second, going 2 for 2 from the line that time. And 51 seconds left in the game. The Blazers are up by 22 points. Here's Jones. And the Blazers are going to walk out of here with a W again today, Broderick.
The Blazers holding the ball as the game is coming to an end. 30 seconds left. Blazers up 97-75.
Jones misses the three, and Tyler Johnson lost control of the ball. And it's going to be North Alabama ball. Here's Smith. Smith pulls up for the shot. It's no good. Ooh, and Chandler Boyd almost had a nasty putback right there. And that should have been a foul right there by Kevin DeHero. And
I don't know what move that he just tried to put against us up there, right, Avery? But it seems as though the crowd is kind of
they're kind of heated about
it. Comical.
Yeah, they were kind of heated. It almost kind of looked like he tried to flail and kind of flop and almost throw his elbow out there.
It looked like he tried to pull a little LeBron.
5 seconds left in the game. The Blazers are up by 22. And at the line right now is LeBron Shiflett, who makes that first one.
North Alabama Lions coming up with the ball. 1 second left, final shot, and it is missed.
And that's going to be the end of the game. The Blazers win 98-75 on an 18-game winning streak. And we'll see you guys next time on VSU TV. Have a good one.